I'm trying to leave my mark here. Maybe it's selfishness, I don't know. But I'm trying to go out a legend, an icon. I'm already a street icon. I left my mark in the streets already. Maybe this is something that, I don't know, I might leave for my kids.
Is this what you want? This fucking foliage? Is this what you want? Mr. Dips? Is this what you want? Me standing in front of EC3 buying designer coats? Is this what you want? Me sitting in some hipster hotel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, fluffing pillows? Is this what you want? I don't believe this. This graffiti art, hipster hotels, avocado toast. All I want is a fucking Guinness. An ice cold Guinness. What the hell does that mean? Oh, this is what you wanted. This is your Monday Night Raw review right here on Off the Script. Monday Night Raw ended at 11 o'clock, and then I see Temptation Island hit my TV screen on the USA Network. I found myself talking to myself, saying that I much rather would have watched a 3-hour block of Temptation Island than this entire show. I am ill. I don't know if I have the flu or just a really, really bad head cold. I have aches and pains. This show, believe it or not, and I'm sure everybody can believe it, this show actually exacerbated how I'm currently feeling. This show legitimately made me feel worse than I currently feel right now. I've never, ever described a wrestling show as doing that to a human being. That's how bad this show is. I hate these tape shows. I really do. And I know I'm not the only one in the community who thinks it. This is why I shit all over Impact Wrestling's tape shows. They're fucking awful. They're awful. I didn't really like NXT. I've been saying for years NXT should have been live at 1 hour. Now we got NXT live at 2 hours, and they seem to be doing just fine for themselves. Now, with these taped main roster shows, just think about this analogy. It's as if you have a loaf of bread on the kitchen counter, and you want a late night snack, and you go into the kitchen, and you go into the refrigerator, you pull out the pepperoni, you pull out the salami, you pull out the olive loaf, you pull out the spicy mustard, you pull out the cheddar cheese, and you're looking to make yourself a nice half a sandwich before you go to sleep. The midnight munchies. Then you go reach for the bread, you cut it open, and you realize that the bread is stale. Now what are you going to do? You're hungry. The bread is 2 days past its normal expiration date. It's on the verge of being kind of edible, but also hard as a fucking rock. And you make the sandwich anyway because you're hungry. You eat the sandwich because you're hungry. Same thing when we watch Monday Night Raw. We watch these shows, no matter how terrible they are, knowing that they're taped in the UK or overseas or wherever they're coming from. It is awful. It is absolutely awful. I have felt low about this company. I felt low about this show. I felt low about the direction on Monday Night Raw. I honestly feel like I am at a breaking point more so than any other time doing this podcast. I really am. Now, you're probably saying, JD, it wasn't that bad. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad, so much so that I watched the last hour of this show from 10 to 11 on mute because I did not give a single shit about anything that was happening on this show. I was watching a 30-minute Destiny 2 video by Dado Does Destiny about the DPS on the fucking new raid boss with the Whisper of the Wind or Worm, whatever the fuck the sniper rifle is, Whisper of the Worm, and Izanagi's Burden. Which one does better damage? I sat there just fucking zoning off into space. This guy's throwing fucking scientific facts at me. I'd rather just sit there and listen to shit I don't even know than watch this show on me, on volume. It was that bad. It was honestly that bad. What happened tonight? Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championships. You're probably asking, JD, wasn't it Natalya and Charlotte Flair who beat the Kabuki Warriors? Oh, yes. Yes, that was the case. WWE just lets it go. They try to make sense of it by some fucking bullshit on commentary, yet they want me to be invested in a match that I know Becky Lynch doesn't belong in. She don't belong there. So that right out of the gate just kind of soiled my moment for the entire evening. Right out of the gate, we're getting illogical booking on Monday Night Raw. Didn't take them long. Bobby Lashley and Lana and Rusev. We talked about this on Off the Script today. It was uploaded at 4:30. This guy is on levels with Mike Kanellis as being the biggest cuck in WWE. It's Mike Kanellis, and really just a cunt's hair underneath him is Rusev, and then we got Seth Rollins. The three biggest cucks in WWE. They should start their own fucking stable. This was, from what I read on social media, people were comparing this to Bayley, This Is Your Life. With some people saying this is actually worse than Bayley, This Is Your Life. I don't even know how that's possible. I really don't. Like, I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember Bobby Lashley's three sisters with Sami Zayn. There have been some embarrassing moments on this show, but my God, it's as if Vince McMahon genuinely hates everybody. It really does. This was one of the worst segments in the 27 years of Monday Night Raw. So much so that I had to hold my head down physically and literally in shame. If Rusev signs with this company, I deem him the biggest fucking idiot in the wrestling landscape. And if he signs with the WWE, I have zero respect for Rusev. Bobby Lashley I couldn't give two shits about. This is Bobby Lashley doing what he's got to do because there isn't anything else to do for Bobby Lashley. It's either this or be boring. So now he's doing this and he's trying to come off as cool, but he's still in a garbage storyline that nobody gives a shit about. We got that. We got the OC. I mentioned this on Twitter. It's as if the OC is being booked like Sasha Banks, Bayley, and the Parade of Losers that they teamed up with against the Riot Squad every week, where I bitched and moaned about that every single week. It was either Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James. It was Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Natalya. It was Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Carmella against Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. Remember them? I don't. Sarah Logan? Who? Oh yeah, that Viking. Where is she at? Ruby Riott? She should stay injured. Just for the simple fact that she stays away from this fucking program. It's ridiculous. It's a circus. It's a parade of people in and out every single week to go against the OC. This is how you book a dominant stable on Monday Night Raw? By giving them a cavalcade of fucking clowns every single week that's pretty much the same fucking match every week, but with different names? Why should I care? Unreal. War Raiders look like shit. Even though I like Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, nobody knew who the fuck they were on TV. This show sucks. I don't know what else to say about it. Nothing on this show had any redeeming quality whatsoever. Then we got Eric Rowan coming out with something in a fucking bird cage or a dog cage with a fucking old cloth on it. I would have loved to see what was underneath the cloth. You had me at that. Then you didn't even do that. Oh, it's intrigued. They're building it up. For what? He was in a program on tonight's show with fucking R-Truth. Show me what's in the fucking cage. At least fucking tickle my interest tonight. Didn't even do that. Now I don't give a shit. I hope it's Vince McMahon's fucking balls in that fucking cage. This show sucks. I fucking hate this show. This is absolutely the worst wrestling show in the creation of wrestling shows. And then you got Seth Rollins coming out there like a fucking doofus. Oh, I'm so proud to be a part of this show. And this roster, this is my home. I hope your home burns the fuck down and you lose everything. This show deserves it. How anybody could be proud of this fucking garbage? Man, you lost it. You lost it. Good thing you have Becky Lynch, because you have absolutely nothing going for you. Going to talk about Monday Night Raw and the lack thereof that was on this show right here on the podcast. Thank you guys so very much for all your support. I am JD. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys want to go check out Off the Script this weekend, we had a show go up on Saturday morning, had a show go up on Saturday night with AEW Full Gear, where people are crying about that, you fucking pussies. We'll fucking rip into that tomorrow on Off the Script Elite and just blast everybody that complained, oh my god, it was too violent. This is the same company that pretty much guaranteed you that they're going to break barriers and give you the fucking product that you want. Meanwhile, we got fucking R-Truth running around with the Singh brothers gyrating on Monday Night Raw tonight, and you're complaining about fucking Kenny Omega and Dean Ambrose, John Moxley? Dean Ambrose, I'm sorry, I disrespected him by fucking calling him half by his slave name, John Moxley. Ridiculous. If you missed Off the Script, Saturday and today, where we talk about the Cuckold storyline, Rusev actually dragged a fan on social media for saying that the storyline with him and Bobby Lashley and Lana is garbage. This is someone who is backing what he is currently in on television. Again, we're going to rip into Rusev tonight because he, out of everybody tonight, deserves it. So we'll go over that, but make sure you guys go and check that out down in the description, along with SmackDown and AEW Dynamite and NXT from last week. Everything you need is down there. Make sure you guys also support via the Patreon page, patreon.com/JDFromNY206. Never put anything behind a paywall. It's there for you guys to just simply show your support and appreciation for what I do here. I am physically ill over this show, literally and mentally. So thank you guys so very much for showing all your support via the Patreon page. And tonight's podcast is brought to you by my good friends over at Blue Chew. Oh yeah, we're back, baby. We're back with Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. And you guys are going to use code SCRIPT at checkout. And you're going to try Blue Chew on me for free. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? And if you guys are watching Monday Night Raw, I don't think that you'll ever be ready to go at all. You're just going to sit there and disappoint your wife or disappoint your girlfriend, because that's how flaccid Monday Night Raw makes you. Now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. I want you guys to listen to me and listen to me good. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so you know that they work. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they are chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you guys can be ready when you are ready to burn it down. I know you guys are going to do a better job than Seth Rollins because you, I am sure, are not a clown in bed. So this isn't for guys who just can't perform. It's for everybody. It's for any guy who wants that extra function to enhance their performance in the bedroom. Now, for instance, most guys talk a good game, but if you're the one-and-done type of guy that I know you are with Monday Night Raw, you watch and then you're done, because it's that bad. So Blue Chew can help you follow through for round 2. Blue Chew is prescribed online and shipped straight to your door in a very discreet package, so you know that there's no in-person doctor visits, there's no waiting in line at the pharmacy, and best of all, the mailman ain't gonna know what's being delivered. There's no awkwardness. They're made in the USA, and Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, and they're cheaper than a pharmacy. Guys, unleash your inner fiend. Show your wife to let me in and get BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com, your first shipment is on me when you use promo code JD at checkout. All you guys have to do is pay $5 shipping and handy. Guys, again, that's BlueChew.com, promo code JD. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper, faster choice, and we thank them for sponsoring right here on Off the Script. So, Monday Night Raw opened up tonight with Becky Lynch. I wonder how many of you turned Monday Night Raw off at this point to go watch Monday Night Football. There are a few people in the community that are seriously over Becky Lynch. Really. Now, I don't mind Becky Lynch. I just want her to be in something that is substantial. Like, for example, what we seen with Shayna Baszler last week. I thought that was great television. So Becky is in the ring. Now, Vic Joseph said something about Natalya not being in Manchester because she has family obligations. I want you guys to keep that on ice for a little bit. We're going to come back to that. We're going to cycle back to that one little piece of information. So Becky is in the ring. She says, "Look at us. The man is in Manchester." Ha 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 ha. How original that line was. She says she stands there before them as the Raw Women's Champion. Oh, I know. Oh, I thought you were the NXT Women's Champion. Could have fooled me. As the Raw Women's Champion and the face of this whole damn business. Yeah, the ratings are really showing it, Miss Lynch. They really are. Monday Night Raw accumulated the 4th lowest non-holiday number in the history of that show last week. So, what face of the business are you? You're not drawing a dime. She said she also stands before them in the most dangerous time of her career because the list of people looking to take her out is getting longer. She says, and I quote, "To that I say, bring them on." She said, "Those who are training to try and take her scalp, bring them on." So she goes on to say, "The only thing that I really fear in this life is Monday Night Raw for 3 hours on Monday night." Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giving you guys what I fear most in life. Becky actually fears that she is going on to not be the greatest. That's her fear. Her fear in life is not being the greatest. She said she is ready to regain her legacy as Becky Two Belts ahead of Survivor Series by beating the Kabuki Warriors with a partner. And out comes Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair. By the way, I have to pinpoint this because my buddy Jesse pinpointed this to me, and I need someone to verify this with me. Please, if somebody's watching in WWE, please verify this with me. Because I seen it clear as day tonight. Charlotte is boring. I don't give a shit what you think of Charlotte. Charlotte is robotic in promo, and Charlotte is robotic in the ring. Every single Charlotte match, it's the same. Get beat down. First of all, she starts the match. She gives a couple of woos. She gets beat down. She comes back and makes a comeback. She goes through all the motions, right? They're getting heel heat on her, whoever she's in the ring with. And then she makes the big babyface comeback. And then all of a sudden she powers out and does a power bomb and drops whoever she's in the ring with as a show of strength. Then we see natural selection. Then we see the fucking god-awful moonsault. And then we get set up for the figure eight. Every single thing is the same. Listen, honey, when you're in the ring with Tessa Blanchard, you can't be doing this shit. Can't be doing this shit. You gotta dig into your bag of tricks and pull out the fucking tricks of the trade that your daddy taught you over the dinner table many years ago. Now, I don't know if you guys have pinpointed this. Every single Charlotte match, as of late, and it might even be going on for years. I just noticed it now because my buddy Jesse told me tonight. Charlotte has the same produced match as Roman Reigns. Just take out the natural selection and the moonsault and the figure eight for the Superman punch, the drive-by, and the spear. He's got the same powerbomb spot that Charlotte does, that she did tonight. It's as if what I stated all those many months ago, that WWE's making Charlotte Flair into their female Roman Reigns, is becoming a reality. It is so boring. Whoever produces Charlotte's matches should be fucking fired. They are god-awful. They put you to sleep. She's better than that. Now, I don't give a shit about her 10 title reigns. I think that's completely overhyped and just nonsensical. But man, Charlotte's matches are the same shit every fucking week. Everybody on this roster is the same shit every week. Nothing's new. Nothing's new. So they're in the ring with the Kabuki Warriors. Let's cycle back to that little piece of information, that little nugget about Natalya having family obligations. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Am I speaking too much sense here for you guys to comprehend? Charlotte and Natalya beat Asuka and Kairi Sane. If I remember clearly, if I wasn't half asleep while it happened, didn't Natalya tap out Asuka with the sharpshooter to set up this potential match that we were supposed to get this week? Right? So you intentionally tap out, of all women, Asuka. And then Natalya mysteriously is not there this week. And Becky Lynch is getting an undeserved title shot to fill in for Natalya. Now, did Natalya approve of this situation? Why does Natalya... I don't give a shit about Natalya from a hole in the wall. But did she approve of Becky Lynch taking her spot? Was she okay that the match was happening? This wasn't the match that was supposed to be. Why are you doing this match tonight when it should be Natalya? Because she tapped out Asuka. What is the dire rush to book this match tonight for Monday Night Raw? You mean to tell me when Natalya was finished with her family obligations, you couldn't book this next week when the show was live in Philadelphia or wherever the fuck they are? I don't understand this. Then I got idiots on social media. Oh, but they're trying. They're trying for what? What are they trying for? They fucked Natalya over. They pretty much said, well, Natalya tapped out Asuka, who's one of the best women wrestlers on the roster. Yeah, she tapped her out clean with the sharpshooter. Fuck your title shot. We're going to give it to Becky Lynch. You have to be serious. You have to be kidding me. You can't be serious. Yeah, and I'm the one who complains. I don't give a fuck what family obligation she has. Don't do the match! Now, the one bright side of it, because there is a fucking silver lining here, Asuka and Becky Lynch, we're finally, after 11 months, coming out of the Royal Rumble, where Asuka beat Becky Lynch clean. We're finally revisiting Asuka versus Becky Lynch. It took them a fucking long time. Took them long enough. I don't believe this. Why am I going to care about Becky and Charlotte? I'm tired of Becky and Charlotte. Enough! Kabuki Warriors win in 18 minutes. What happened? Charlotte got beat down. The Kabuki Warriors got heat on Charlotte. She makes the big comeback. Typical fucking, I am the greatest women's wrestler on the planet. I hold 10 title reigns and fans should shut up about criticizing me. How can anyone possibly care about Charlotte Flair? Unbelievable. So Shayna Baszler was at ringside. Here's another fucking little piece of information for you. Why does Shayna Baszler need to be at ringside? Why? Why does Shayna Baszler give a shit about this match? I think she said more than enough to carry weeks of television when she sat down face-to-face with Becky Lynch. Why does she have to be out there? Don't you think Shayna Baszler attacking Bayley, and then attacking Bayley, and then showing up last week? Back-to-back shows, you booked the same fucking situation with Shayna Baszler. Now she's on this show. Do you guys know the term overexposure? Shayna doesn't need to be there. She said all she needed to say, just put that woman in the Survivor Series and let her be. She is a killing machine. She doesn't need to be there. You don't need to lower her to this fucking bullshit that WWE typically does on Monday night. Wait till Shayna gets to Raw. Overexposed. She will be dead within 3 months. Because that's what they do. So Shayna Baszler's on the ringside, at ringside, on the outside. Charlotte's making the comeback. Charlotte leveraged Asuka's shoulder down for a 2 count from a transition from an armbar. She lifted Asuka up and landed Roman Reigns' powerbomb. Same spot, same situation. So Kyrie broke up the cover, intervening. Charlotte finally made the hot tag to Becky. So Charlotte was beat down for most of the match. Becky gets the hot tag. Rinse and repeat, same old shit. Becky clotheslined. Kyrie tagged in Asuka, who charged at Becky. Becky clotheslined Asuka. She gave Kyrie an exploder suplex. Baszler then stepped onto the ring apron, and Bayley then yanked Baszler out of nowhere. Bayley's there. Bayley yanked Baszler off the ring apron. Asuka was then taking advantage of this situation because with Baszler jumping on the apron, that distracted Becky to be a dumb babyface. She's going off with Shayna Baszler. Out comes Bayley. Bayley and Shayna Baszler are outside fighting. Becky's still there mounting off with Shayna Baszler while she's fighting with Bayley. Asuka takes advantage like the smart human being. I don't know why you would have your back turned to fucking Asuka. And Asuka pins Becky Lynch, and this match is over. The Kabuki Warriors win. So, Natalya, I'm sorry to tell you, honey, whatever family obligation you had has now been put in a situation where you're not getting a title shot after you tapped out one half of the women's tag team champions. There you go. How does it make sense? I don't know. We're getting Asuka and Becky? Great. You're 11 months too late. Moving on. They showed Ricochet talking with Randy Orton backstage. Orton told Ricochet he does whatever he wants. So we know that. He signed a 5-year deal. You're going to do whatever the fuck you want. I know. So we see the OC. And the OC was yelling at Humberto. You know Humberto, the guy who hasn't got a win yet on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, that Humberto. Ricochet stepped to his defense. They made fun of Ricochet. Oh, you're a superhero. Oh, look at the little superhero. You know? Making him into a child. That's what WWE does. Triple H never did that with Ricochet. Right? He proved it in the ring. Death-defying acts. Here on Monday Night Raw, he's the superhero. Coming out dressed like a fucking Halloween character every week. Styles told Ricochet he'd like to challenge Ricochet and Humberto, to a 3-on-2 match, but no one in WWE would allow that. Are you so sure about that? They've done worse. They let Lana and Rusev on fucking TV with Bobby Lashley. They won't book it? Give me a break. Said that he has to deal with Orton. So he also told him to mind his business and start stepping. They wanted Ricochet and Humberto out of the locker room. Styles said Ricochet looks like he's getting mad. He said if he can find someone to partner with them to face the three of them, bring it on. Orton then stepped up and said something tells me they won't have to look that far at all. So I don't know if Randy Orton's a heel or a babyface. I don't think WWE really explained from Randy Orton coming out of the feud with Kofi Kingston where he was a heel. Now that he's on Monday Night Raw via the draft, he's a babyface again? When did that happen? I don't know. It's like things just, we'll sweep it under the rug. Nobody gives a shit. Orton then stepped up and said that you won't have to look far at all for a partner. He offered to team with them. Styles didn't believe his ears. And then that was it. They left. Drew McIntyre versus Sin Cara. You know, the guy who asked for his release on Monday afternoon in WWE. Because, why wouldn't he? The guy's a loser. I'm supposed to care about Sin Cara. After 5 years of doing nothing. Now, because he's on TV for 5 weeks, the guy hasn't accumulated one win. He is at a ceiling right now where he's not going to move up at all. And what is WWE going to do? What, are they going to keep him on the roster? Fucking let him go. Let him go. You could take that guy, Hunico, whoever the fuck is under the mask. Let him go. Let him go back to Mexico. Let him go do what the fuck he wants to do. You own the character. Put someone else under the fucking mask. So you're letting him go. If you release him, you're not really releasing him. You could put anybody. You could put fucking me under the mask. Doesn't fucking matter. Let him go. The fuck you gonna pay this guy for? Hire some fucking schmuck and pay him fucking 10 times less than what you're paying Hunico. Claymore kick in 4 minutes. McIntyre wins. What did you think was gonna happen? R-Truth and Samir and Sunil Singh. 2-on-1 24/7 title match. Why is this still on my TV? Does anybody find this fucking remotely entertaining? It's like WWE wants to embarrass themselves. Willingly. No decision. They actually have a match for the 24/7 title, and then after the match, they end up running around the ring like a bunch of fucking clowns. Then they go into the back, and they go hide in a dark room where they meet Eric Rowan. He destroys both of them and throws a couch at both Sumir and Sunil Singh. That's that. That's that. I don't know why I gotta care about this. Why is this on TV? You have nothing else on this show that you could put into that segment? We gotta see this. Where's Aleister Black? Where's Buddy Murphy? Yet we see R-Truth and Sunil and Samir Singh gyrating. Unreal. Then they want to know why their fucking viewership is in the fucking toilet. Here comes Clownlands. You know, this guy over here. This guy. Mr. fucking pineapple shorts and fucking pink condom head. With his little fucking American flag floaties. Who dressed you? Stevie Wonder? Fucking clown. Here he is, look. The fucking king of the circus, Seth Rollins. Oh, I'm so happy to be a part of Monday Night Raw. This show sucks. Kind of goes hand in hand with your fucking character. Seth made his ring entrance. He's in the ring. And he is receiving what I think is boos, but I don't really know. From what I heard, from what fans have told me who were there, who listened to the show, that Rollins was being booed out of the building, they easily and fucking just, of course, in typical WWE fashion, edited the fucking boos out for Seth Rollins because he's their man. He's got to look good. So he said he came to the ring last week, just a few days removed from losing his Universal title to Bray Wyatt. Said he wasn't sure what was next for him. Then Triple H came down and put the NXT flag in the ring and said he knows what is next for Seth. He said he had nothing to lose and agreed to a match with Adam Cole. He said Triple H lit a fire underneath him. He said NXT is where it started, but Raw is his home. So obviously when Rollins said that, you think the fans gave a shit about Monday Night Raw and him being the face of Monday Night Raw? Of course not. They chanted NXT. So Seth goes on to say, it's no secrets, he thinks he's the best wrestler on the planet. Okay. No, smoking a little bit too much of that green dragon, huh? Had a little ganja, Mr. Rollins. What, do you have a couple of shots before you went out there in Manchester? What, would they spike your fucking tea with something? Best wrestler on the planet. You're not even the best wrestler on your fucking brand. Best wrestler on the planet. Yeah, it's good to be confident. It's good to be fucking, about what you're doing. But man, tell the fucking truth, man. Jesus Christ. What, you want to be a fucking comedian? Might as well go into the fucking comedy scene with Dolph Ziggler. You'd be a fucking perfect sideshow act with him. Seth says he thinks he's the best wrestler on the planet. He issued an open challenge for the United Kingdom's best. He asked anyone to step out and make a name for themselves. Outwalked Imperium, real wrestlers. Love Fabian Eichner, love Marcel Bartel, love Walter, and Alexander Wolf. He asked anyone to step out. Out comes Imperium. Imperium has the best theme music and the best entrance in all of WWE. Don't even at me. And it scared me to no end to see Walter on Monday Night Raw. Something that I hope never happens ever again. Said that he is the WWE United Kingdom champion. Says that they are there to restore order of their sport. He said, yeah, try doing that on Monday Night Raw. Bro, you're not even going to be able to walk through the door. So just give up while you can, please. Said they are there to restore order of their sport. He said the mat Seth is standing on with his dirty feet is sacred to them. He said just because he's not in the United States doesn't mean he's safe from an NXT takeover. Seth then accepted his challenge. So then Seth Rollins goes, now get your ass down here so we can burn it down. I mean, this guy is a literal cartoon character. He really is. Who the fuck speaks like that? Honestly. So we get Walter versus Seth Rollins. Immediately I was thinking, here we go, another fucking match that on paper looks fantastic, but it'll probably end up being a subpar match just like Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins was in the main event last week. Now, to be fair, I was actually enjoying this for the first 5 minutes, and then Imperium comes in and breaks everything up. They cause a DQ, having Seth win over Walter. Now, I gotta say something about Walter. You guys know how much I love just the NXT brand in general. Walter is such a rarity in this business. The way the man moves, the way the man just fucking dissects and moves around the ring and performs in that ring, it's a thing of beauty. I could watch him wrestle all day. And if you guys have not watched on the WWE Network his match with Tyler Bate at the NXT TakeOver Cardiff show a couple of months back, you got to go out and watch. The best match that WWE put on all year. So, there's also another thing about Walter. I would never, especially with me being all body aches now, because I don't know if I have the flu or not. Before I was sweating my balls off, now then I was freezing my balls off, now I'm sweating my balls off again. I don't know what I want to do. But I'm looking at this guy do a single leg Boston Crab to Seth Rollins, and I'm physically aching just by the look of it. It's a thing of beauty. I love the way he moves. So Seth wins by DQ because we got the Imperium guys jumping in and making the save. So then we get the Street Profits running out, and then Kevin Owens comes out, who honestly, with the reaction that he got with this crowd, should be the face of the WWE. And I can't wait to see Rollins lead his team that Kevin Owens is on, by the way, in Chicago. Seth Rollins is going to be John Cena level hated back in his early run in Chicago. I guarantee you. If you don't think the fans in Chicago are going to choose Kevin Owens over Seth Rollins, I can't wait to see what WWE does. It's going to be a fucking disaster for Team Raw with Rollins and Owens on the same team. Might as well turn Rollins heel now. Might as well turn him heel now. So, what else is new? We get a marquee match between Walter and Seth Rollins, ruined by DQ on Monday Night Raw. This leads to an 8-man tag. 8-man tag. So it's Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and the Street Profits versus Imperium. This one went 7 minutes, combined with the first 5 minutes between Seth Rollins and Walter. And Seth Rollins, KO, and the Profits win in 7 minutes. This was not bad. WWE had to give a bone to the main roster here. And Imperium suffers nothing with this. They don't look bad at all. Walter didn't get pinned. Eichner didn't get pinned. Marcel Bartel didn't get pinned. It was Alexander Wolf, the former main roster act, who got pinned. So it's not really all that big of a deal. So that was that. This was pretty decent for what it was. No more, no less. Andrade with Zelina Vega versus Cedric Alexander. Sin Cara is gone. Carolina is gone. Andrade wins in 3 minutes. I would not be surprised if Andrade is the next to X for his release. They have fucked him up royally. I don't know how. This guy was absolutely on top of the world in NXT as NXT champion. How this guy has fallen so far on the main roster, it is mind-boggling to me. Cedric Alexander was on Twitter last week where somebody was, I guess, screenshotting him on Twitter a universe mode match in WWE 2K20 with Apollo Crews versus Cedric Alexander for the Intercontinental Championship in this individual's career mode or universe mode. Cedric replied, and this goes to show you how frustrated these people are, "Yeah, that sounds nice, but we'd have to get it done in 6 minutes." Is exactly what he said to this poor schmuck on social media. We got Andrade and Cedric Alexander in a 3-minute match on Monday Night Raw. Yet, Charlotte is getting 18 minutes in a tag team match with Becky Lynch, who was not even her partner last week, to go against the Kabuki Warriors. I don't get this place. I really don't. Andrade, I wish he would go and just leave. I wish he would X for his release too. Because this is downright criminal to be pushing this guy and giving him a 3-minute match with Cedric Alexander. It's like they don't give a shit at all. He wins with a hammerlock DDT. That was it. Are they building Andrade up for something bigger? I don't know. I can't tell. They're giving this guy nothing, and I'm supposed to buy into him. The fans haven't bought into him. People are telling me he sucks. That's what this company has reduced this guy to. Andrade sucks to people. Yeah, on the main roster. Fix it. The guy's too good to be in this current situation. Aleister Black spoke about setting up challenges for someone to step up to face. Same shit. Nothing new, right? Someone pick a fight with me. Please, get in the fucking ring. So we see Veterans Day stuff. John Cena, along with images of him meeting the troops, and Lawler on camera thanking the veterans with Vic Joseph. Nice little tribute. Lana made her way to the ring. I'm sure you're all excited. She said her boyfriend, the love of her life, doesn't want her to come out there and tell the truth. She said she has flaws and is very honest. She said the truth is she cheated on Rusev. She said Rusev cheated on her first, though, and she's no doormat and won't just sit around when Rusev is cheating on her. She said 7 weeks ago she had sex with Bobby Lashley for the first time. She said it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sex. I mean, wow, 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 wow. It continues to blow my mind each and every single day. Sex. At this point, I am legitimately sick to my stomach. She said when she was monogamous with Rusev, then with Lashley, because she believes in monogamy. She said last week when she fell, she was so embarrassed. Oh, really? Why don't we go ask Titus O'Neil how it feels to fall? She was embarrassed, but Lashley was supportive. She said Lashley looked out for her and sent her to a doctor, and she was evaluated as a perfectly healthy woman who is 9 weeks pregnant. So Lawler was doing math on commentary. She says that means her soon-to-be ex-husband put a little machka brat inside of her. She then began to shame her body and really be disgusted about how her body is getting bigger and how she feels it just materializing inside her. Rusev came out. He looked emotional and asked if she's really pregnant. Lana said she shouldn't be surprised because he is a sex addict. Lana thought Rusev was suggesting that she might be lying. She accused Rusev of calling her manipulative. Yeah, that's your boss on this show, who is the CEO of this company. He's manipulative. She said her stomach was growing as they were standing there. She freaked out and began slapping him over and over again. Out comes Bobby Lashley. Lana jumped onto Rusev's back and raked his eyes. Lashley then clotheslined Rusev and ground and pounded him on the mat with some punches. Lana smiled as she stood in the corner, and watched this beatdown happen. And then Lashley gave Rusev a spinebuster. And that was it. When Lana and Lashley walked up the stage together, Lana laughed and says she can't believe Rusev believed she was pregnant. Then she made out with Lashley on the stage. Now, I hope that WWE's ratings bomb. I think that anybody who supports this storyline, anybody that is vaguely intrigued by this whatsoever, you are a piece of garbage. I honestly think that you are a simple-minded fool who should not be in the pro wrestling field. This does not belong on television. And I have to bring this up because I was talking to Salrex about this tonight. What happened? Just think about this for a second, and it all kind of coincides and it all makes sense. Mike Kanellis was in this storyline with Maria Kanellis. And they were going on about Mike Kanellis being a cuck and who's the father of the child, right? So then Mike Kanellis asks for his release. Now, I don't watch 205 Live. I don't even know if he's on the show anymore. I don't know if he's been booked. Maria is probably many more weeks pregnant now, so she can't be on TV. They were doing this storyline with Mike and Maria Kanellis, and then this company is so obsessed with embarrassing their fucking talent and so mental that they think this is good television that they took that storyline, ended it because he asked for his release, and then they bestowed it upon Rusev and Lashley and Lana. Now think about that. Think about that. Think about being in Rusev's shoes. Think about how you're sitting at home in Nashville, Tennessee with Lana, and you both have no TV time. Think about how the creative writing team thinks so low of you that they take a storyline that they can't do anymore with Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis, and they bestow it upon you because they're either too lazy or just don't give a shit about you to come up with anything substantial or more important or more real or more wrestling related for you. Just imagine how Rusev is so desperate to be on TV that he willingly took this storyline with Lana, and he's standing there watching his real-life wife make out with Bobby Lashley, another man that he works with. Now, I don't know what you guys would do. I don't know how much money Rusev is making, but I would never put myself through that. Can you imagine how low Rusev's self-esteem is? Can you imagine how depressed Rusev is, that he wants to be on TV so badly that he would lower himself to take this out of anything that they offered him? It is such a sad situation. And Vince loves this. Vince thinks this is going to get Bobby Lashley over. Listen, I don't mean to burst your bubble. Bobby Lashley is never going to be over. People don't want to see Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is absolutely irrelevant in pro wrestling. The guy sucks. Bobby Lashley has the charisma of a cardboard box, and you think that this is going to get him over. I don't understand how you think this is good television. I don't believe Rusev is in that locker room right now or on the road as we speak with this storyline happening to him on TV. And this is what he is happy about, where people are absolutely just over it. And he blasts the fans on social media. How low are you at this hour? How low in your career are you at this point? It is downright awful. This does not belong on television. And all the views that it's doing on YouTube is not translating to ratings, so who is this benefiting? Who is this benefiting? Nobody's watching it. The reaction to it is some of the worst I've ever seen. People are comparing this to the Bayley This Is Your Life with Alexa Bliss. How is this good television? This is a pro wrestling storyline in 2019. Meanwhile, we got fucking NXT delivering storylines that are fucking unbelievable for years. And then we watch Monday Night Raw and we get Lana faking a pregnancy and cheating on her husband on Monday night. This is not a pro wrestling angle to be proud of. This isn't even legit heat. People are hating on this, and they're really hating on it. This is legitimately get off my TV television. Rusev must think so, and then he goes on social media, or he goes on an interview with The Sun while he's there in the United Kingdom, and he says, oh, I'd love to go back to Saudi Arabia. I make a lot of money. You make a lot of money? I guess you're okay with being a fucking pussy on live television. Meanwhile, I'm saying and defending you, thinking that you deserve better. I don't give a shit if you go to MLW, AEW, fucking Lucha Underground. I don't give a fuck if you go to Ring of Honor. Leave. Leave. Go wrestle in someone's backyard. You'll be better off for it. Because I guarantee you, they'll show you much more respect than WWE is currently showing you. This is a slap in the face of Rusev because this is the best that they have for him. Laying on the mat while his wife is swapping spit with another fucking colleague of his. And this is supposed to be TMZ-like drama, right? Fuck out of here. This is get off my TV worthy. It's not benefiting anybody. Meanwhile, we all think highly of Rusev and think he should take his talents elsewhere. Is he? I doubt it. Not with the comment he made about, oh, I make a lot of money in Saudi Arabia. That means to me that he's all about the money. He's all about the money. Yeah, sign with the company. Let me see what they do with you for the next 5 years. You think so lowly of yourself that you don't want to put yourself in a position to fucking be someone in this business. This is what we've resulted in. Everybody joins the wrestling business to make the most money possible. You've made your money. Clearly, they're not treating you right. Go somewhere else. I think respect now trumps monetary value. Give me a fucking break. If I'm standing up for you and you're not standing up for yourself, what the fuck does that tell you? Fucking ridiculous. Let me see him sign with the company. I'll never show this guy an ounce of fucking respect ever again. Fucking loser. Eric Rowan versus Boner Durson. Soner Durson, 1 minute. Was this even necessary? Rowan came out with a fucking cage with a raggedy cloth on it. What was in the cage? You had your opportunity to show me. Now I don't give a shit. Who cares? They showed a video package of Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. The NXT UK Tag Team Champions would face the Viking Raiders next. Did they stand the test? Of course not. 4 minutes. Viking Raiders win with Thor's hammer. Randy Orton, Ricochet, and Humberto Carrillo versus the OC. I would be bullshitting you if I told you I watched this match. Now, I watched it on mute. My attention was on YouTube videos and the TV at the same time. I didn't listen to this show with the sound on. What I seen was decent. What I seen was somewhat of a fun main event. You got Ricochet in there, you got Orton, you got Styles, you got Humberto, right? I can't sit here and be excited about these generic six-man tags when this is the same formula that WWE did with Sasha Banks and Bayley against the Riot Squad. This is repeating that over and over again. Now, the most interesting thing here is Randy Orton. He said to Ricochet, I do what I want, when I want, where I want. Now, this seems to me that Randy Orton is a babyface for now. And that he's always, he's a viper. He changes color whenever he wants. He could do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. He could be babyface, he could be heel, whatever. Randy Orton and AJ Styles, I'm not interested in. Randy Orton and Ricochet, I'm not really all that interested in either. I don't give a shit about any of these feuds because even though Ricochet and Randy Orton is somewhat of a fresh matchup on this show, we've already seen Randy Orton and AJ Styles. So I don't care to see that again. It's as if WWE did this draft and nothing is really different as far as feuds and who they're pairing these guys up with. Like, I don't believe how boring this show could possibly be. Now, Randy Orton is always great when he's a dick. I like watching Randy Orton be a prick. That's what I like. Hopefully they go and do that with him because him as a babyface is absolutely just boring television. Humberto Carrillo, after 6 weeks, finally got a win and pinned AJ Styles. Is this going to result in a United States Championship match? I don't know. I hope not. The guy's lost twice already. And putting a title on him now, when nobody gives a shit about him, even though he pinned the United States Champion, is not going to get him over. You're putting the title in danger by putting it on Humberto. He's not there. He may never be there. He's nothing more than WWE's version of Rey Fenix. He does the same fucking springboard spot as Rey Fenix. That's all I see from Humberto. I can't buy into him. The guy's lost 5 weeks in a row. Why am I going to invest my time in Humberto Carrillo? Why am I going to invest time in these 6-man tags when it's the same fucking match every single week with a rotation of different people? Is there any creativity on this show? Are these tape shows blatantly fucking uncreative and boring? This show sucked. This show sucked. Coming out of this show, man, WWE, I'm telling you, WWE is lucky that they have NXT involved in the Survivor Series. If NXT was not involved in the Survivor Series, we'd be in for a long, long weekend with the main roster. They are so lucky. They should be counting their blessings that NXT is involved in Survivor Series in Chicago. Unreal. And even NXT right now, with the way Monday Night Raw and SmackDown have been booking them, haven't really looked all that great. Because everything that touches these shows just dies. They just feel unimportant. Because that's the mentality and the aura that the main roster just give off. Awful. This show sucked. I'm getting the hell out of here. Thank you guys so very much for all your support. This was Monday Night Raw. A taped show with the analogy that I made earlier. It's like fucking stale bread. It's in between edible and hard as a rock. And you're hungry for a midnight snack and you're going to eat it anyway. That's exactly what this show is. Stale bread. I don't understand what they're doing with this show. I don't believe how they look at themselves and think that they did a commendable job. I hope the rating is fucking lower than it was last week. Because that's the only way that they'll learn. I'm getting out of here. I need my sleep and I need some soup. I need some fucking Theraflu. I need Tylenol PM. I just want to fucking forget this shit. Wednesday can't come soon enough. If you guys missed my videos, make sure you guys go and check it out down below. Off the Script, episode 299, parts 1 and 2. Make sure you guys check out the full gear review. Make sure you guys go and check out Blue Chew, bluechew.com/JD. I think it's Script. I always say Script. It's bluechew.com with the code JD at checkout, not Script, JD. Make sure you guys go and get your free sample. Show everybody that you are with Off the Script over there at Blue Chew. Make sure you guys follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. And we got Off the Script Elites coming tomorrow afternoon. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you right back here tomorrow with more content on the channel. Have a cold beverage for me. I'm giving up the cold beverages for the hot teas tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for OTS Elite. See you then.